Duggar on at first. The Rainbows trail 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. As you look at Bill Moeller. Moeller trying to do what no other pitcher against the Rainbows from Utah has done, and that is capture a win. The ball cued right to the first baseman, Davis. He goes to the shortstop, and the ball trickles away. Davis stepped on the bag, taking off the force. Castellano really didn't have the time to apply the tag anyway.
That ball wasn't hit very hard off of the end of the bat, so first baseman Davis does the smart thing, and he touches his base to get the force out.
Here's Darren Moreland, Rainbow center fielder, another senior. Moreland comes to the park batting .311. 8 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, and 39 runs batted in. Big hit last night. Able to drive in 2 runs to really break the game open. Moreland 2 for 9 in the series, including a double and 2 runs batted in. There's what he is doing in the whack. Moeller looks to second, and the pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. Excellent delivery that time by Moeller.
And that's the example of the curveball we were talking about at the beginning of the game. Good up to down break on that ball.
So Moreland back in. Moeller with a look. Pitch to Moreland way high. Coming out of his crouch is Peterson. And it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind in another fickle mood today as it comes across the outfield from left to right. It will come in gusty undulations. Right now it is very quiet. That's fouled back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Rainbows will be at home next week, and the selection committee will meet tomorrow to select the sites for the regionals. We'll see if the Rainbows have enough pull. That ball hugs the line and then decides to go foul. So the count remaining 1 ball and 2 strikes to Darren Moreland.
And when you're down by 4 runs, you have a man in scoring position here. You have to look at the 4 runs, or you can look at it 2 ways. One is in bunches, meaning try to get that number of runs in one shot, or you can look at it in little bunches. By that I mean you got a runner in scoring position now. A single here is going to score him. The outfield's playing back, especially in center field.
Look where Curtis is, the next batter. He's right up there taking a look, isn't he?
Halfway between the circle and home plate.
I mean, he is
a little dangerous.
Yeah, either he can't wait to get up there, or he wants to really see what Bill Moeller has. There you see him. See him standing off to the left corner of your screen. That's legal? You can do that?
No. I don't think Mike Baldwin has seen him.
Pitch by Moeller, fastball, and that's ripped into the seats.
And that time Moeller came with a fastball. Now Moreland hanging in there tough. He's got himself a good at bat right here.
Three and 2, full count to Darren Moreland. Ball 4. So Moreland walks for the 31st time on the year. Duggar at second base, and here is Kevin Curtis, and he did not have a long walk at all to get into the batter's box.
How about 5 or 6 steps, and he's ready to go now.
Curtis batting .321 on the season. He has appeared as a pinch hitter in this series. He is 0 for 1. 6'1" freshman from Upland, California. So Bill Moeller ready to work as he reads Scott Peterson on this Mother's Day. I guess you could say if the Rainbows shut out Utah, for all 4 games, this would be the mother of all series.
I guess you could say that.
Really be stretching it.
Well, had the Bows shut out Utah for 4 wins and also shut them out on the runs column, that would have sent a few people scurrying for the record books to see whether that's ever happened before.
So Kevin Curtis with 1 out and 2 on. Rainbows trailing 4-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, trying to get something going against Bill Moeller. Utah really jumped all over the Rainbows and Brady Pereira early. 4 runs on 4 hits in the top of the 1st. That pitch way high. 3 balls and no strikes. So now Moeller potentially 1 errant pitch away from loading the bases. And that would bring up Dwayne Daughtry, who's having all kinds of trouble at the plate. He has really gone down the slippery slope of slumpism. That's a strike, 3-1. Throw to first and getting, no, they pick him off. Moreland had wandered off first base. And Steve Davis went in behind him, and Moreland is picked off. Needless to say, that is very embarrassing.
It is, and it comes at the wrong time, down by 4 runs. This is a backdoor pick. Now, with runners on first and second, the first baseman will play off of the bag behind Moreland, and Moreland was asleep right there, and that play came from the dugout too, partner.
That ball drilled deep to center field. Jeremy Childs going back, crossing over into the gap to make the catch. Rainbows do not score. And after 2, Utah continues to lead 4-0.
Shine the lights on you, shine the lights on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Shine the lights on this, shine the lights on that. Oh, shining all the others is where Bud Light's at.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it. You know you got it right. Everything else is just the light. Keep your Bud. We're with you all the way.
Where can you find a place that's always up and running when you are? What high-octane premium gasoline delivers winning performance? Who's got the snacks and the smiles to keep you going?
Welcome to your Ben Franklin stores in Hawaii. Convenience with a personal touch.
The Great Hawaiian Eclipse of 1991 is on its way. Watch this rare celestial event clearly and safely with these special Bishop Museum Sun Peeps. And when you buy these and other commemorative items, part of the proceeds goes to the Bishop Museum. So get your official Sun Peeps and more, now at Ben Franklin.
Convenience with a personal touch.
We move to the top half of the 3rd inning. 4-0 in favor of Utah. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Utes. No runs on no hits for the Bows. Sean Peters, the 2nd baseman. Mike Edwards, the 3rd baseman. And Mike Ozominski, the designated hitter, will face Brady Pereira. First pitch by Brady Pereira runs outside. Pereira, since giving up 4 runs on 4 hits, including a 2-run triple by Ozominski and a wild pitch allowing Ozominski to score. He's retired the next 6 in a row. That pitch on the inside swung on and missed. That's beaten foul off to the left side. Happy Mother's Day, Julie Harrison. That's from your son, Julie. Elsie Otani, love number 46. Oh, yes. That ball is lifted out of play to the right side. This is one of those days in which athletes can utter that tired cliche, "Hi, Mom," and mean it.
Yeah, and actually mean something to somebody watching now, huh?
Yeah. That's called strike 3. Third strikeout for Pereira. And the batter will be Mike Edwards. RBI singled, his 60th one batted in of the season, his first time batting here in the third inning. Pereira starts him off. That pitch just misses.
And in this series, Edwards has hit the ball hard sometimes, and other times he has it. But when you have it going in a season, you have a year like he's having. I mean, even things you don't hit well fall in for base hits. So last time up, last night he kind of shanked one to right field. Last time up, he hit that seeing eye ball up the middle. So when things are going good, they're going good. Or going well, I should say.
Yes. That's the greatest song ever written. Is James Brown, I Feel Good. But grammatically, he should have said, I feel well.
Can you see James Brown saying, I feel well?
That ball hit to right field, backing up, backpedaling is Albert, and he one-hands it for the out. That's an example of Edwards hitting the ball hard.
That is, and he hits the ball hard to all fields.
So Mike Edwards retreats into the Utah dugout, and the batter is Mike Ozominski. 2-run triple, his third triple of the season. He was 1 for 7 in the series coming in. Well, he has made up for that. So Pereira reading Takayoshi, and the first pitch waved at and missed. 0-1 to Ozominski. Pereira now has retired 8 straight since stumbling out of the blocks in the first inning. And that sometimes happens. I mean, just to get it going, you feel uncomfortable. The ball is not doing what you want it to, and the other team is not cooperating either. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Well, the only positive aspect about that first inning was at least Brady Pereira was throwing strikes. I mean, it's one thing to get whacked around like that. It's another thing to be throwing pitches all over the place and allowing them to walk and then get on base.
2-2. Pereira has been flirting with that outside corner. Ozominski waits the 2-2 pitch, off speed, got him. That's 9 in a row, including 4 strikeouts out of the 9. All of a sudden, Brady Pereira back in the groove. After 2.5, it is 4-0 Utah.
Our family, the Cutter team, would like to offer your family a special savings opportunity to see the all-new Ice Capades at the Blaisdell Arena May 10th through the 19th. For 2 performances, a discount coupon worth $250 off regular ticket prices can be picked up at any Cutter team dealership. Cutter Ford Isuzu, Cutter Dodge, Cutter Chrysler Plymouth, Cutter Jeep Eagle, Rainbow Chevrolet, Courtesy Pontiac, Cutter Mitsubishi, and Cutter's Ala Moana VW Audi Porsche. See you at the Ice Capades.
Kentucky Fried Chicken asked this man to help prove how irresistible our new honey barbecue wings taste. Just look at those tender, juicy wings, prepared with our savory barbecue sauce and sweetened with just the right touch of honey. For a limited time only, new honey barbecue wings from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So irresistible, the experts are already buzzing about it. In fact, they're spreading the news.
Life, take 1.
I do.
You only get one take in life. Take Sony Handycam, the world's smallest camcorders for life's biggest moments.
On the next Wizard, right here on Hawaii's very own KHNL. Sponsored by Shutter and Blickstein.
Dwayne Daughtry will lead it off for the Rainbows. Daughtry has been having trouble at the plate of late, but he gets the start today in left field. Bunts it. Excellent bunt. Will Daughtry beat it out? Peters underhands, not in time. So a base hit for Daughtry. as he's able to push that bunt to the right side by Moeller. Peters playing deep at second base. Could not get to it in time.
And when you're a second baseman, you cannot play in on someone because it restricts your angles and the range that you have at your position. So you're very susceptible to a play like that. Very good attempt and very good bunt by Dwayne Daughtry.
That'll bring up Steve Ohtani with Daughtry on at first base. Ohtani tries to bunt, and he almost gets some horsehide around the chin.
Cowhide.
Is it cowhide
Yeah.
now? No horsehide.
I haven't seen a horsehide in many years. Too bad, because those are the better baseballs. And they'd last you forever.
But I remember seeing one not too long ago in the PCL. Horsehide. It said horsehide. Genuine horsehide. And it was, I think, 1986. So 5 years ago. So it's probably all cowhide now.
It was explained to me a few years ago why horsehide is better than cowhide. And that is that horsehide is thinner and it's stronger, whereas cowhide, you have to cut it. Otherwise, it's too thick for the ball.
Ohtani waits. 2 balls and 1 strike to him. The 2-1 delivery bounced to the second baseman, Peters. He throws off balance to Davis, but he does get Ohtani. Daughtry moves up into scoring position at second. So Ohtani accomplishes moving Daughtry along. 1 out, 1 on for the Bows, and we go to the top of the order now to Tim Albert. Albert trying to pick up Daughtry at second base. Moeller works the plate. Good breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Albert just a tapper back to the mound in the first inning. Pitch by Moeller. Fastball lifted in foul territory down the left field line. Alvey, Castellano, and Edwards chase. They cannot get to it. So the count 0-2 to Albert here in the bottom half of the third. Glad you're with us wherever you may be throughout these magnificent islands. Hope this Mother's Day finds you well, and we wish that sincerely. Albert waits, and the pitch to him. Just out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peters has trouble getting the ball back to the pitcher. That is essential. And you know, when you think about it, you would think that on the major league level that really isn't a problem. It is with Magnus Sasser.
Oh, there's a few others too.
1-2 to Albert, trying to pick up Daughtry with 1 out. Rainbows trail by 4. Ground ball to the second baseman, Peters. He works it to Davis for out number 2. Daughtry takes advantage of the play and moves to third. So the Rainbows trying to scramble for a run, at least get on the board here in the bottom of the third inning. And the batter is Bill Blanchette. That bunt by Daughtry, by the way, the only hit that the Rainbows have in this game so far. Hard to believe that Moeller is 2-7.
Yeah, it is. And I remember the first day talking to Rick Schofield, and he said that this guy probably has the best stuff on the team, and he's 2-7. You look at that curveball. Just missing the outside part of the plate, but boy, what a good breaker.
Moeller thought he had it. There you see Blanchette's numbers in the Western Athletic Conference. He's had an excellent conference season. Pitch to him. Takes a strike. 2-1. If Blanchette gets on, then Todd Takayoshi will bat in this inning. That's a base hit to left, and that will score Daughtry. So Billy Blanchette, clutch hitting again. And Billy B delivers.
There was a time after the first road trip that I thought personally that Billy was dipping his back shoulder too much and trying for the long ball, thereby pulling everything. And Now he's back to regular, where he's swinging down through the ball and hitting the ball to all fields like he can.
33rd run batted in on the year for Bill Blanchett. And the batter is Todd Takayoshi. It is 4-1 Utah. Rendo starts to play catch-up. Blanchett 1 foot on the carpet. He does not go. And the pitch inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. The wind has picked up again and is blowing out toward right field. Takayoshi knows that. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. What Utah does not want to do is groove one to Takayoshi, especially with that left field wall beckoning the way the wind is blowing right now. Fastball misses inside and 3-0. Good look at Rick Sofield. Again, that's the only hat they had in the store that came with a pencil. That's 12-4. Third walk allowed by Moeller. And now Mickey Mailer will jog out toward the mound.
Looking at the Rainbow lineup today, I was a little bit surprised that Duggar's batting fourth. However, when you look at the rest of the lineup, you know, you've had Viella and Moreland on occasion batting fourth, but I think maybe Coach Murakami said, hey, we got nobody else, why not throw him in there? So here's Duggar batting fourth.
Chris walked his first turn. Rainbow third baseman batting here in the bottom of the third inning. Blanchett at second, Takayoshi at first. Outfield play straight away for Duggar. Now the right fielder Aranzulo will move over into the alley a bit, away from the line. Pitch down low, that gets away from Peterson, and the runners will move up. So Blanchett goes from second to third, Takayoshi from first to second, and they are set up now for Duggar. One thing that Chris has done, despite the fact that he is a newcomer to the club this year, he's been able to fit right in, and by that I mean he has been able to really deliver in the clutch. Trying to do so right now. That pitch outside. 2-0. Rainbows have finally gotten on the board. They trail 4-1. But they have a chance to really do some catching up with a base hit here. Blanchett at third, Takayoshi at second. That's a strike. Call made by Mike Baldwin. 2-1. The 2-1 delivery. Fastball bounced up the middle into center field for a base hit. Blanchett will score. Here comes Takayoshi. Takayoshi will score. It's 4-3, and Duggar has done it again.
You know, from a guy who hasn't batted fourth all year to coming into the cleanup spot in the last game of the season, I mean, Duggar does a heck of a job right here with that high hopper up the middle, scoring 2 runs. A wild pitch, of course, being a very big thing for the Bows there.
John Viella, first pitch, bounces it wide of third. It is 4-3. And the Rainbows have been able to scramble right back into this game. The tying run, Duggar is on at first base. For Duggar, that was his 17th and 18th runs batted in on the season. So John Viella, Big John from Wailuku, waiting at the plate. And the pitch to him. It's down low. You will notice the wristband by John Viella has a number on it. Swung on and missed. Throw to first base. Diving back in as Duggar just in time. Peterson has thrown up there on occasion in this game. That wristband has the number 4 on it. That's in honor of Larry Barigside, who is a senior and is not with the team. Ground ball to the shortstop, Castellano. He steps on second to retire the side, but the Rainbows come back And they score 3 runs on 3 base hits here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The big hit, a 2-run single by Chris Duggar. We'll have more on Barrigside when we come back.
There's a new service in Hawaii for business travelers who need to rent a car fast. It's free and offered exclusively by the only major rent-a-car company owned by its employees. The service, Avis Ali'i Gold Express. Now you can rent a car faster than ever and enjoy great rates, free rental awards, upgrades, and more.
Boy, that was fast.
Hey, I'm an Avis Ali'i Gold member.
Join the Avis Ali'i Club, and after 10 rentals, you'll become an Ali'i Gold member too. Avis Hawaii, we're trying harder than ever.
You take me back to that feeling. I remember ice cream sodas, holding hands in picture shows, driving home in one more kiss goodnight. I take good care of the sweet treasure. We share such good times together. You still get us where we want to go. And CarQuest keeps us rolling down the road.
Before you rush off to sights unseen, take 30 seconds to check out Close Encounters of the Fashion Kind from Kramer's. Kramer's, braving new worlds of fashion for you. Kramer's, Oahu and Maui.
There you see the wristband with number 4 and the initials LB. It's also being worn today by Todd Takayoshi. And that's in honor of Larry Barrigside, who apparently, from the information that we have received, and it is sketchy, but what we've been able to determine, has either left the team by his own volition. He was not, we have found out that he was not on the active 25-man roster going into the series. He did not make the last road trip. And Larry is an engineering major, so he apparently has decided, hey, just to concentrate on engineering, he doesn't want to have anything more to do with the ball club. That's a base hit to left field by Brett Alvey, who leads off here in the top half of the 4th inning. So Barrigside has been around Rainbow Baseball. I believe he is a 5th-year senior. And so in his honor, because he is not here today, and that is not to say that he won't show up to take his final lap. In fact, I think he should. I think that if he's watching us right now, Larry, come on in, put on that uni one more time, and take what you've worked very hard to do. The final accolades from the crowd, and take that lap around the field. But because he apparently is not here today, and we have not seen him, and we can only surmise that he has decided to just step away from the club, his teammates have honored him with the wristband. I believe that Ohtani is wearing it.
I think it looks like everybody, everyone is wearing something.
Steve Davis is the batter, and the pitch to him, down low. Barrigside comes out of you wouldn't consider a great baseball factory of Farrington High School. In fact, he was telling us they used to practice between the buildings, and the field wasn't level, it was tilted. But then when you go back to some great Farrington teams in the early 60s, and John Matias hitting 4 home runs in the state tournament at the old Honolulu Stadium. Pitch to Davis. That's sliced into the bullpen.
Well, I'll tell you, you should have seen Larry Barrigside as a high school senior. You talk about a good high school hitter. If he wasn't the best hitter in the state that senior year, he was close.
2 balls and 1 strike. Check throw to first and back in time is Brett Alvey. So Alvey's base hit breaks that 9 straight string put together by Brady Pereira. Alvey going, and that ball hit to the net. Alvey, not really a runner. He's more of a chugger toward second base.
Well, he's not executing that properly, too. He's taking very small steps, so he's not getting to the full speed stride like he should early.
So Alvey sidestepping to his lead again, being held on by Blanchett. Davis waits, and Pereira will step off. Tomorrow, apparently the decisions will be made on the regional sites. Rainbows have not hosted in a decade. It's about time.
Sure is.
Outfield swung around to the right side for Steve Davis. 0 for 1. Davis leans back from that offering. 3 balls and 2 strikes, so the count has gone to the limit. At HNG Baseball Cards in Pearl City, you can get the new 1991 Pro Set Football Series, now selling at $24 per box. HNG located by Cutter Dodge in Pearl City. Runner going, throw to second base, and they got him. So a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Davis strikes out Takayoshi, then throws to get Alvey. And it is not close. You see the pitch on the corner.
That pitch didn't look like it was on the corner either. It looked like it was a little bit outside. You saw the batter, Davis, now start toward first base. Clearly, by a mile, he's out.
Ground ball right back to Pereira off the bat of Jeremy Childs. And all of a sudden, Brady turns it around and gets out of the inning after giving off the leadoff single. At the end of 3 1/2, it is 4-3 Utah.
Zippy's has good jobs. Most start at $6.50 and they train you to move up. Mike needed new fishing gear. He earned it working weekends at Zippy's. Zippy's part-time pays for Cheryl's college expenses. She got her friends to work also and earned cash bonuses. When she's not at home, Bev enjoys her career as a Zippy's manager, earning $30,000 a year. Pick up a paycheck at Zippy's. Jobs to fit your schedule plus benefits. $6.50 to start. Apply at Zippy's today.
GECC. Financial services that bring good things to life for Hawaii's businesses, builders, investors, and homeowners. We're a unit of GE Capital. Remember our name.
GECC, we bring good things to living. We bring good things to life.
There's only one USDA choice. And there's only one choice for USDA every time. Times Supermarkets. Guaranteed choice.
It's the Walt Disney Movie Classic. Mary Poppins.
A KHNL special presentation. Wednesday evening at 7.
Now you're saying that this ball is outside.
Well, I may, you know, retract that because Mike Baldwin wouldn't make a call like that.
No.
I mean, that was an outstanding call by Mike Baldwin.
That pitch was right there.
Yeah, NCAA had 7.5.
That's exactly right. Leading off for the Rainbows in the bottom of the 4th inning, Darren Moreland. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to it. Big Mike has not. I don't think he's made a mistake this year, huh? Ground ball to Castellano. Throws wide to first, and Castellano then smothers Moreland.
Good reaction there by Darren Moreland going down the first baseline. When you see the first baseman go up like that, obviously that indicates that the throw is high. So at the last possible moment, you see Moreland tries to dive and get out of the way. That's a very tough thing to do.
Here's Kevin Curtis. He rips this one to the power alley. Alvey back, Childs back. Alvey can't get it. It is up and over the wall. Kevin Curtis. That was a mighty swing by Kevin Curtis. A resounding ping, and he hit that ball in a sweet spot, to say the least.
Well, this is one thing that this young man can do. That pitch is right down the middle. In fact, it's a little bit high. And he can swing the bat. He's got legitimate power from the right side of the plate. Ground rule double.
For Curtis, his third double of the year. So the tying run now in scoring position. Dwayne Daughtry with a bunt single his last time. And Daughtry takes a strike at the knees. There's the 0-1 pitch to Daughtry. Turns into the ball. And he almost was plunked. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, the reason why we are paying accolades to Mike Seeing Eye Baldwin is that he promised to get us an NCAA umpire's hat when he went to the regionals. At least that's what he said.
Well, we've been kidding him about that, you know, getting a hat. It's going to be just 1 hat because you can't get 2. I mean, I know that. So this is something you wanted for a long time, partner. For 5 years, I know you've wanted one of these hats. But what an honor it must be for Mike to be able to represent Hawaii in that interregional.
And that regional, of course, will not be here. It'll be some other place. 2-2 pitch. That's lifted to right field. Tagging at second base will be Curtis. Waiting for it is Aranzulo. Makes the catch. Curtis tags, and he goes to third standing up. So Daughtry able to lift it to right field. Curtis takes advantage, goes to third. The tying run now 90 feet away. And the batter will be Steve Otani. We're just having good fun up here with Mike and all of the umpires. I think overall, when you consider what the calls that they've made this year, they've been okay.
Yeah, they have. I really don't agree with some of the coaches that come in and say, hey, this guy's a homer and this is the worst umpiring we've seen. There is no possible way that this is the worst umpiring some of these guys have seen.
No way. Otani grounded out to the second baseman Peters his first time. Batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-3. Utah leads. Utah getting all of their runs or the big inning in the top of the 1st. 4 runs on 4 hits. So Stevie Otani waits, and the pitch to him, that's a fastball high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Otani has walked 18 times this season. There's ball 4. That is the 4th walk given up by Bill Mueller. There you see Rick Sofield. He was telling us, he says, you know, my team felt so bad last night. I took him out. We were in Waikiki. We went to we got some pizzas and we got some beers. You know, we got a couple of pictures and we discussed. As going into second base is Otani. Off that wild pitch. Says we discussed our troubles and everything. He said, and we solved a lot of things. The bad part was it cost me $90. So, well, that's Waikiki pizza, buddy. That's outside. The price is in Hawaii. I said, you're lucky you don't have to pay your electric bill.
Oh, you mean the one that's going to be increased by 9.7%? That electric bill?
Oh, yes. But that's okay because I'm going with the other company.
I've got to read that article, but why? I mean,
there's all kinds of reasons. I'd like to go to a member of the Public Utilities Commission and take a look at his appliances sometime. 3 balls and 1 strike. Only kidding now, gentlemen. We're just having a little fun. After all, we are the ones that pay the bills. Let us laugh as we go merrily down the way. There's a strike to Alberts.
That's
count 3-2.
Excuse me, Jim. That's something you don't see too often. Albert taking 2 strikes like that. The 1 strike, of course, is because it was 3-0. But to take that pitch is something you don't see very often.
Curtis is at third. Otani at second. 4-3 Utah. It's to Albert, up high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. 5th walk allowed by Mueller.
Well, Coach Sofield did say that he's having difficulty. He's had difficulty throwing strikes all year. Of course, activity now in the Utah bullpen.
So the bases are loaded for Billy Blanchette. Billy able to drive in the first rainbow run of the game, his 33rd of the year, and they are set up for him now. Pitch inside. 1 ball and no strikes. May be just a waiting game for Billy unless Moeller can find the strike zone here in the bottom of the 4th. And Mickey Mailer now will come out once again and talk to Bill Moeller. In fact, he will go to the bullpen and we will have a new pitcher. So Moeller has gone as far as he can. And he is being lifted here in the bottom half of the 4th inning with a count of 2 balls and no strikes on Billy Blanchette. Utah will bring in a new pitcher. We will take this break.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right. 'Cause everything else is just a light. Just keep your Bud Light shining. Everything else is just a light. You got to shine on. Everything else is just a light.
Honey, we got the loan.
I guess that means we better get busy.
Bright and sunny. Lots of windows, you know?
And lots of closet space. Do you think we can finish this in time?
That's right. We have a deadline, don't we?
Commitment to building a future together. That's something we understand. A commitment to being there when you need us. American Savings Bank.
You get up, you start your day. We help you on your way. Push a button, turn a dial. We're gonna make you smile. Panasonic's with you every day. Easier at work, more fun to play. Panasonic's with you all the way. We're in tune with your life. Panasonic, we're in tune with your life.
He was an outlaw, a lover, a legend.
My hero.
The epic adventure of the year, Robin Hood, Monday on Fox.
Dave Littlewood has come in now to pitch for Utah. Littlewood is 1-6 on the season with a 6.97 earned run average. In 39 plus innings, he has allowed 63 hits, 41 runs. 31 have been earned. He has walked 26. And he has struck out 28. Last season, he appeared in more games than any other Utah pitcher. He is appearing in his 18th game, and that is more than any other pitcher. Again, this season. 2 balls and no strikes to Bill Blanchette. Littlewood ready to work. And the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. One more errant pitch, and this game is tied. Billy B will be taking. That's a strike. Littlewood, a transfer to Utah from the College of Eastern Utah. So 3-1. Blanchette knows that Littlewood must come to him. Curtis at third, Ohtani at second, Albert at first. Here's the 3-1 pitch, but the base is loaded. This game is tied. That walk, by the way, charged to Moeller because of the fact that Littlewood came into the game with a count of 2-0. An RBI for Blanchette, his 34th of the season. Rainbows have made up the difference here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Curtis scores. Otani moves from second to third. Albert from first to second, and Blanchett on at first base. Takayoshi is 0 for 1 with a walk. He scored in the third inning on the 2-run single by Chris Duggar. Swung on and missed. He was thinking, Guerin Soler.
Yeah, long fly. Big fly right there.
Littlewood comes back to the plate 0-1. That ball lifted out of play to the left.
Next year, Utah loses Sean Peters, the second baseman, Aranzul, the right fielder, and Alvey, the left fielder. And Rick Sofield said they've got a couple other JUCO, junior college people that they've recruited. So he feels they're going to be a better team next year because most of their pitchers return.
0-2 to Takayoshi. Pitch to him, ground ball on one hop to Edwards. He will tag out Albert. And the inning is over. But the Rainbows come back to tie it. And at the end of 4, we are even at 4.
It can't be done. That's what people said when they heard McDonald's new McLean Deluxe was made with a 91% fat-free beef patty. Don't make me laugh. That's what they said when they heard it was 100% delicious. But what did they say when they finally tried it? So there, new McLean Deluxe at McDonald's today.
Don't wait. Taste the low-fat McLean Deluxe now. Special introductory price only $1.39. So delicious, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
For special people, this is the light at the end of the tunnel. Victory for hundreds of children and adults with mental retardation is a team effort. Support the Troy Barboza Law Enforcement Torch Run, benefiting Hawaii Special Olympics. Share the triumph with them. Give generously from the warmth of your heart. A message from Bank of Hawaii, official Torch Run sponsor.
I'm sure you know the feeling when your tummy starts bleeding, that it really needs a feeding. Right now, your mouth produces juices, it's a 7, no excuses, the time for cutting loose here. Right now, you just gotta have a munch, a big corn crunch, munch a bunch of Frito, corn chips, Frito. Right you're on the road, now slip it in the cruise control, munch a bunch of Frito. Right now, Frito. Right now, right now. Yeah.
This KHNL sports presentation is sponsored by Budweiser. Budweiser, the king of beers, with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud.
Robert Castellano leads it off in the 5th against Brady Pereira. Pushes a bunt up the first base side. Duggar lunges, didn't get him. Or rather, Blanchett didn't get him. Billy will argue the point with Greg Poole, not long.
Well, nice attempt by Billy B, but I don't think he got him either. But seeing how Billy reacts to this, maybe he brushed a little red right here. There, he got him. Got him on the leg.
Ooh. So that will be a base hit for Castellano. The batter will be Scott Peterson. Duggar comes in from third, and that pitch clinked foul. So you're right, the way that Billy, reacted. It was an all-out effort, maximum effort by Bill Blanchett.
That's a tough call to make, though, because it happened so fast, and it was just a clip. You know, you really didn't tag him with the middle of the glove or anything.
That pitch almost hits the batter Peterson, throw up the line. Blanchett gets entangled with Castellano.
Well, on the tag, I think he tagged him in the face. So at that point, Billy says, hey, big guy, you all right? I like this Castellano, the guy on first base, as a shortstop. He's a pretty good shortstop.
Billy does have his detractors, you know.
Like
people who don't really like him. You know why?
Why?
They say that's a punt to Duggar. Goes to second for one to Ohtani. Throw to first. That pulls Blanchette off. Good job by Chris Duggar.
Ball bunted too hard. Nice throw by Duggar. Now we got to see whether a good throw would have had him at first base. Boy, that would have been real close if that throw had been on the money.
So 1 out, 1 on. I shouldn't say that they don't like Blanchette. They don't know how to take him. And there's some people, more than one, who said, does he ever smile?
Oh, sure. But
I said, well, he has that bulldog personality when he pitches, and he's concentrating, and when he plays. But he is a very pleasant young man.
Yeah,
it's
sure
just that it's amazing the perception of people who see Billy B on television on Channel 13 when he plays for the Rainbows, and then to talk to him away from the field and even away from baseball. He's a very engaging young man. But no, he will not smile when he's on the field.
It's called game face.
They've even said, you know, when he walks off the field after a game and people are pounding him on the back and they're congratulating him, he still doesn't smile. I said, well, when you meet him around the batting cage before the game, you'll get a lot of smiles off him.
Well, one thing about that, too, you don't want to show anybody up, and I think that's why he acts that way. I mean, any show of real emotion like that
there
would
is a code.
Him up.
There's a code.
I mean, for example, let's bring up a little under 2 weeks ago when Ricky Henderson steals his 939th base and Nolan Ryan throws his 7th. Did you notice a difference in the accepting of the accolades after?
Absolutely. Where Ricky, talk about self-aggrandizement.
I mean, today I'm the greatest of all time, with Lou Brock sitting right there.
And then when Nolan Ryan tosses his no-hitter, he says, it was good to get it for the fans here in Arlington. Aranzulo waits at the plate, and the pitch is high and inside.
Oh, which baseball card would you rather collect?
3 balls and 2 strikes. Lou Brock.
Lou Brock.
Saw a great baseball card the other day. Artie Wilson's father. Artie Wilson
really?
Sr. Yes. 1949 Oakland Oaks.
Wow. And Arthur's got that card?
Yes, he does.
Does he have any extra?
Pitch to Aranzulo, swung on and missed. Strike 3. And you can see his reaction.
Big pitch by Brady P. Good location, too, outside low. Intense young man.
Sean Peters, the second baseman who singled the center field in the first inning and was called out on strikes in the 3rd. That's away. 1 ball and no strikes. We've been talking about Haleiwa strained poi during these games for the past couple of years. Mr. Endo and his company have been around for almost half a century. That's a lot of poi. And to be around that long, Haleiwa strained poi has to be the best. Haleiwa, available in your favorite store. That's up high. 2 balls and no strikes. If you just joined us, a 4-4 tie, 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors. For Utah, 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors for the Bows. Two and 1 the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Scoreboard here very hard to read during the daytime because it has the nighttime lights. They can't put the daytime lights on or the bright lights because it just shortens out. It shorts out, I should say. Uses too much electricity. You can see that you really have to look at those numbers to make them out. That ball hit to the gap. This could be trouble over his Moreland. He can't get to it, and that will bounce all the way to Big Blue. Peterson on his way to third comes around, and he will score. The throw to third will be late. It will be a triple for Sean Peters. And Peters really drilled it in the alley, right beneath the 380 sign. And neither Moreland nor Albert could get to it by the time they were able to track it down off of Big Blue.
Well, perfect,
Utah has the lead again.
A perfect placement of that base hit. The ball was up in the strike zone. You know, good relays here, but not enough time to get Peters at third base. Also, Brady Pereira now is standing at home plate. He sees the throw coming from right field. Now, it could have been a situation where the ball gets by Duggar at third base and another run would have scored because Pereira wasn't where he was supposed to be.
Carl Furutani comes out, and that will be all for Brady Pereira. It is 5-4 Utah. Rainbows will make a change, and we'll be back in a moment.
Nothing beats a bud with a friend. Nothing beats what we've got here. Nothing beats clean, crisp, cold. Nothing beats the king of beers. Yeah, nothing beats a bud. Yeah, nothing beats a bud. Nothing beats a Budweiser. Nothing beats a bud.
At Island Movers, we believe in service to our customers and service to our community. As Hawaii's premier mover and general agent for North American van lines, we've moved thousands of families over the years. Island Movers supports the community with employment opportunities and sports programs right here at home. We understand how important a home can be, and that's why we support our community. We're Island Movers, in service to Hawaii.
Are you the victim of the old credit lockup?
Sorry, in you go.
Wait! Don't we get to make one last phone call?
Yeah, but make it quick. Besides, who could help you?
This calls for a call to the girl from Dial. At Dial, there's no credit check, no long-term obligation, and never any hassle. Let the girl from Dial set you free. Dial Rent-to-Own, 456 RENT, convenient locations throughout the island.
The Alper still believes he's an insurance agent.
What am I doing in this cheap polyester suit?
On the next outing.
Monday on KHNL 13.
Moku Paiva has come on the pitch now for the Rainbows. Paiva appearing in his 14th game and 27 in the third innings. He has allowed 28 hits, 27 runs, 21 of which were earned. He has walked 15, and he has struck out 14. 4-0 in the season, 6.91 earned run average, and 3 saves. So Paiva comes on with the Rainbows trailing 5-4. Mike Edwards is the batter, and Sean Peters with his 6th triple, and his 33rd run batted in is at third base. Moku Paiva pitching here for the Rainbows in the 5th inning. That pitch runs outside, 2-0. Moku following in the long list now of pitchers of Portuguese ancestry for the Rainbows. There's Paiva, which is a Portuguese name. There's Pereira. There was Souza. There were the 2 Vieira brothers. Pitch to Edwards outside, ball 4. So Paiva comes on and immediately issues the free pass to Edwards. And the Rainbow bullpen gets started again.
And that's Logan Owan warming up for Hawaii. Now those pitches by Paiva weren't even close.
Peters at third, Edwards at first. Here's Mike Ozaminski. He has the other triple in this game. 2 triples by Utah. Ozaminski's big hit, a 2-run triple coming in the first inning. Paiva feints a throw toward first base. 5 runs, 7 hits now for Utah. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Bows. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Paiva goes to third, sliding back in. Here's Peters.
Well, of course, he was able to fake that first time and that time as well because he stepped off of the rubber. And that pickoff play you saw right there is really this year's the first time we've seen a lot of teams use it.
That pitch runs inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Moku Paiva has yet to find the strike zone. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Mike Ozaminski. Pitched by Paiva. Ground ball to the second baseman, Viella. He will go to the shortstop, Otani, and the inning is over. But Utah gets 1 run on 2 hits, including Sean Peters' triple, driving in the go-ahead run. And at the end of 4.5 innings, Utah leads 5-4.
Touch the East, an extraordinary experience for lunch or dinner in Restaurant Row. Its elegant surroundings and relaxed bistro atmosphere make Touch the East perfect for a business meeting, get-together, or special night out. Sample a menu of unparalleled variety and superlative flavor, offering meals that span east to west, from contemporary Japanese cuisine to dishes with California flair. Touch the East emphasizes light, fresh, and healthy at reasonable cost. Touch the East in Restaurant Row.
Kodak film is a big favorite with UH sports fans who want to capture the action and excitement of any event in the true colors of Kodak. There's fast action Kodak film at Times Supermarket. So capture the fun and excitement with Kodacolor Gold Film waiting for you now at all Times Supermarkets.
We are Times, that's why we're giving you our best.
Kodak, a proud supporter of UH Sports.
Did you ever wonder about using a computer or want to know how to read blueprints? Would you like to learn sign language or finish up your high school diploma? You can do all this and more with one phone call to the Adult Education Office. Most courses are free or at very low cost. All are open to you, if you still wonder. A message in the public interest from the Hawaii Carpenters Union.
Building a better Hawaii for folks like you and me.
We move to the bottom half of the 5th inning, the Midas touch inning. We will pick 4 names here in this inning, and if we choose your name, you can win anything from a t-shirt and cap to a $50 gift certificate, or even, if the Rainbow score 13 or more runs in this game, a round trip for 2 to Las Vegas. Chris Duggar leading off for the Bows here in the 5th inning. 1 for 1. 2-run single, his 17th and 18th RBI of the season in the 3rd inning. So the first name who wins a t-shirt and cap, those caps manufactured by Conrad Passes, has a great cap shop in the Waiakimilo Shopping Center. You can go in there. I think they have free conducted tours. There are so many. And the t-shirt, of course, from Midas, and the winner is
Masaichi Tamanaha.
Foul is called. Duggar slaps at the barrel of the pipe.
Masaichi Tamanaha from Maiha Circle in Pearl City.
You will get a t-shirt and cap. Well, you'll be the talk of the neighborhood, Masaichi. You'll walk around and people will say, hey, Masaichi.
You big winner, eh?
Yeah, you look nice. 1-2 pitch, another base hit to center field for Duggar. He is now 2 for 2.
And a move by Coach Murakami to put Duggar in the 4 spot pays off.
Pays off handsomely. Duggar at first base. Here's John Viella, who has grounded out unassisted to Steve Davis in the 2nd inning, and then hit into an inning-ending force play in the 3rd, batting here in the 5th. Next up is the $20 gift certificate from Midas, and the winner is
Floyd Watanabe of La Alo Place in Lahaina.
Oh, Floyd, you live in a great place, Lahaina. $20 gift certificate will be sent to you from Midas. Remember, quiet riot days at Midas. $10 off any Midas muffler. Available at all Midas muffler locations. Runner go, throw to second base is offline, and that will be a stolen base for Duggar. Does Peterson think he had a case there?
Well, that was a hit and run. Bad pitch, but Viella goes after it. That looked like he got his legs in.
So Viella, trying to protect the plate as best he could, comes back. tying run now at second base for the Bows here in the bottom of the 5th. Those quiet riot days, the $10 off on any Midas muffler available at all stores now, including the new one in Lehue on the island of Kauai. Excellent bunt by Biela. Littlewood works it to Davis. Biela is retired. Duggar moves up to third. For Duggar, that is only his 3rd stolen base. He is 3 for 4 on the season on the play previous. Biela sacrifices him to third. Here's Darren Moreland, who has walked and has grounded to the shortstop Castellano. So Dave Littlewood trying to hold off the Rainbows with 1 out, and the tying run 90 feet away at third base. Pitch is lifted perhaps to the roof.
It is indeed. It's 134.
And now I can ask a question.
Okay.
What state in the Union has more baseball players playing in the major league than any other?
That, of course, is California.
You're right.
Some interesting statistics about that. Of course, the higher populated areas have got...
You know about this thing?
Yeah, have got more people playing in the major leagues. There are some exceptions, like New York.
Doesn't have that many?
No, and Florida has more.
That ball hit the center field, twisting away from Childs, over in the alley, makes the catch, tagging at third base is Duggar, and he will score. We are tied at 5. Sacrifice fly for Moreland. Moreland drives in his 40th of the season. Time now for the 3rd winner, the triples winner, an auto loop certificate for Midas, and the winner is
Milton Deguchi of Auhaku Place in Mililani Town.
And our home run winner, or $50 gift certificate winner today,
from Kahului, Maui, Shingo Takahashi of Ku'ula Street.
So congratulations to all our winners, and congratulations to everyone who has been able to win during the regular season. And we also want to thank everyone who participated in the Midas Touch inning this year. Kevin Curtis, ground rule double his last time. 2 balls and no strikes to it. And the pitch is there. 2-1. Curtis from Upland, California. And when you're from Upland, California, it naturally begs the logical question, if there is an upland, does there necessarily mean that there is a lowland? That's another base hit for Curtis. Rips it up the middle in the center field. That almost caught Littlewood. So Curtis is now 2 for 3. Rainbows now have 6 hits. Utah has 7. And the batter will be Dwayne Daughtry. He's 1 for 2. Bunt single in the 3rd inning. It was the first Rainbow hit of the game. Pitched by Littlewood. High chopper. Waiting for the ball to come down is Littlewood. Throws to first in time to get Daughtry. And that will do it. Rainbows come back with 2 hits. They score a run on a sacrifice fly by Darren Moreland. And we are tied at 5 after 5. Thanks, everybody, for playing the Midas Touch inning.
Nothing beats the sound of cheers. Nothing beats clean, crisp, and cold. Nothing beats the king of beers. Yeah, nothing. Nothing beats a bud. Yeah, nothing. Nothing beats a bud. Nothing. Nothing beats a Budweiser.
Ice cold.
Connect with big league savings now at your Toyota dealers of Hawaii. Here's the all-star lineup: the Toyota Tercel, Corolla, and Camry. Buy any one of them now and get a big league option package at 50% off. Packages may include power steering, air conditioning, aluminum wheels, stereo cassette, mud guards, and more. 50% off means you could save up to $1,300. Hurry in and drive one out now with big league savings at your Toyota dealers of Hawaii.
On Wall Street, fortunes are won and lost and won again before 10:30. Amid the halls of ivy, the best ideas often come and go before 10:30. And on the back lots of Hollywood, love often blooms and fades before 10:30. Which is why Federal Express delivers before 10:30 at more places around the country than anyone else. Federal Express, absolutely, positively the best in the business.
The speed, the spectacle, the excitement. It's all right here on the Tokyo Grand Sumo Tournament, exclusively on Hawaii's very own KHNL 13.
We move to the 6th inning, a 5-5 tie. Brett Alvey will lead it off for Utah against Moku Paiva. Alvey takes a strike. Having a party and want to impress your guests? Then call Marion's Catering. Nobody beats Marion's in quality, service, and prices. For the next special occasion, be safe and call the best in the business, Marion's Catering. Alvey is 1 for 2. Alvey struck out in the 1st inning. Single to left in the 4th and then was caught stealing. Pitch by Paiva misses inside 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 the count. There's Moku again having some problems finding the strike zone. 3-1 pitch. There's a drive deep to left field. Daughtry circling, still going back. It is gone. Home run. Brett Alvey over the left field wall. And Daughtry was really doing a dance out there, retreating toward the fence, trying to get a beat on it, but that was a very solid home run by Brett Alvey. And it gives Utah a 6-5 lead. For Alvey, that is his 6th home run of the season and his 23rd run batted in. And that is a rarity, hitting a ball over the left field fence.
And this is what happens when you get behind in the count 3-1. He's got to come in with the pitch. And Alvey in batting practice was driving some of these. Didn't hit any out, but you know, in batting practice, left field's kind of hard to hit it out here.
The ball drilled to center field, but there is Moreland. So Steve Davis is retired. And Utah leapfrogs into the lead again. They lead 6-5 over the Rainbows. 1 out here in the 6th inning. So Brett Alvey really gave it a ride. I mean, you just don't see that. You don't see home runs to left field in this ballpark. You see it very rarely, if you see it at all. I mean,
haven't seen it much this year.
No, we have not.
Or any year. The two that I can remember, Mark Smith of USC hit one out. Scott Craven hit one out. Can you think of any in the tournament? Anybody hit one out that you can remember?
The big guy from Sacramento State, but I believe that was right field.
Yeah, it was Will.
Yeah.
It was right field, yeah.
Childs hits one to the alley. Over to cut it off is Moreland. And Childs has the 2nd hit in the inning.
One of Moku Paiva's strengths is his ability to surprise people with the kind of move that he has. You know, that quick pitch to the home plate. You see Logan Owan warming up for Hawaii. And obviously he's not fooling Utah very much.
No. 9 hits now for the Utes. And the batter is Robert Castellano, the shortstop. Pitch to him outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's a pretty good hit and run situation here. Castellano batting in the 8th spot. you know, struggling to get base hits in the series. We'll see what they do.
1-0 pitch. That's just inside the line to left field. Daughtry near the chalk to cut it off. Going to third is Childs. The throw gets by. The third baseman Duggar rolls across the diamond and is backed up by Blanchette. And that will be a double for Castellano. And they're starting to really chew up Moku Paiva now.
Now, this ball is hit just inside the line. Now, Daughtry in left field makes a strong throw, but a short hop to Duggar. And Duggar gets handcuffed a little bit. Watch that short hop right here.
Fourth double of the year. That'll be it for Moku Paiva. Rainbows trail 6-5. Utah wants more, and they're in position to do just that. We shall return.
May we offer you some dessert?
No thanks, really. This old-fashioned patty melt is just fine.
Well, after you finish with that juicy patty melt, how about a little cheesecake?
It sounds great, really. But I've got my old-fashioned patty melt, my seasoned curly fries, and my Coke. I'm a happy man.
Now there's free cheesecake at Jack in the Box. Buy an old-fashioned patty melt, seasoned curly fries, and a regular drink, and the cheesecake's free.
Like I said, there's always room for a little dessert.
Nissan's 240SX. Handle with care.
The heat is on. It's on the street, yeah. Oh, the heat is. Oh. The heat is rising higher. It's a Nissan fire. Oh. Tell me, can you feel it? The heat is on.
Feel Nissan's fire.
The Wilsons tried almost everything to make their house more attractive to buyers, but it just didn't sell until they called our ERA office. I told them about the ERA home warranty plan that would help their house sell faster by giving the buyer peace of mind. It helped make their house the most appealing buy on the block. The ERA home warranty plans, just the kind of help you'd expect from a friend. It doesn't take long to sell a house if you call the right people. List your house with an ERA broker. ERA, first in service.
Join KHNL for live coverage of the Western Athletic Conference Baseball Tournament beginning Thursday afternoon at 3:30 right here on Hawaii's very own KHNL 13.
Logan Owan making his first appearance of 1991. He has spent the entire season on the junior varsity roster. In 1990, you see there, he played 7 games, 4.50 earned run average. Started in 1 game last season against Iona in the Eastern Tournament. He pitched 5 innings, giving up 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Graduated from Castle High School in Kaneohe in 1988, and he was a baseball letterman 3 years at Castle. So he makes his 91 debut in the last game of the regular season. Scott Peterson comes to the plate with Childs at third and Robert Castellano at second. Pitches inside. If you're a diamond lover, Westport is the place for you. You'll find everything you need for the baseball diamond and more at Hawaii's #1 baseball store. Stop in at Westport in Waipahu. It's really Hawaii's baseball headquarters. Two balls and no strikes to Peterson. That's ball 3.
On the left is Tucker, Craig Tucker, and on the right, Jay Holland.
There's a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike.
But with the tournament coming up, as well as the regionals, I think the Bows are giving Owan an opportunity. I mean, some pitching is something they've said that they're, been on occasion weak during the course of the season.
That ball comes back up and bites Peterson on the neck. And the count to the limit. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see this ball come up and get him. Boom, side of the helmet, I believe. Peterson is 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th inning and came in to score on the RBI triple by Sean Peters. Pitch to Peterson. Squeeze play. And it does not work. 0-1. Cat quick off the mound. Gave it to Takayoshi in plenty of time. And Childs was tagged out in the dust around the plate.
Well, because he's in the stretch, now you see Childs taking off. Now that, by the way, is a full count squeeze play. An easy tag for Takayoshi. Good play by Logan O'Wan.
So 2 outs here in the 6th inning. And we go to the top of the order to Mike Aranzulo. The runner at second, Castellano, went to third. Peterson is at first. Runners at the corners, 2 down. 0-1 to Aranzulo. 1 for 3. There's a good pitch. Excellent pitch by Owan. Aranzulo fooled by it, you could tell. It has been adventurous for Mike Aranzulo at the plate. I think Aranzulo makes an adventure of crossing the street. The 0-2 pitch to him. Runner going. There will be no throw. Rainbows concede the stolen base to Peterson. So a base hit here could yield 2 more runs for Utah.
And with 2 outs, I think the reason that Snack didn't throw was because his rhythm may have been a little offset by the fact that Aranzulo had to back out of the way of that pitch.
Owan takes a look at the runners and the pitch. A chopper. Ohtani plays it at the bill of the cap. Throw to first in time. And the inning is over. A home run by Brett Alvey, his 6th home run of the year. Gives Utah a 1-run lead as we move to the bottom of inning number 6.
It's happening. Some people are climbing out of their imports and getting into the 1991 Buick Regal sedan. Why? One simple, overwhelming consideration. Quality. Buick quality. It's something you might want to get into yourself. Regal from Buick.
Get a great car at a great price and Schumann's exclusive gold carriage service.
Central Pacific Bank was built on the foundation of helping local people get started. Today, CPB is Hawaii's 3rd largest bank by embracing the goals of all our island people. To build homes for families, educate children, and live out secure and meaningful lives. CPB has grown to be the best because its people are smart enough to put you first.
Central Pacific Bank puts you first. We put you first.
It's estimated that the average American spends up to 2 years of his or her lifetime waiting in lines. Admittedly, we can't solve all of life's little annoyances, but at Safeway, we want to do our part. That's why we're introducing Speed-Through Checkout. When there are more than 3 in a line, we'll open a check stand every time. So say hello to faster checkout lines. Heaven knows, you've waited long enough.
Time now for this Bud Fact. And today it's a question. What do John Viella, Marcus Owens, Mario Monaco, and Joey Estrella all have in common? Think, 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 think.
Well, it can't be that they all have red hair.
Steve Ohtani, we'll let you think about it before giving you the answer. Steve Ohtani leads it off. A chopper to the second baseman, Peters. He throws to first in time. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th for the Rainbows. And we go to the top of the order to Tim Albert.
Well, they all played for the Rainbows, right? Yep, that's one thing in common.
Well, the answer is other than that. L.B. Legs, our director, said, other than that. Tim Albert is 0 for 2 with a walk. 6-5 Utah in the 6th inning. That pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. They all wear hair pieces? No. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing ground ball. Backing up on it is Edwards. The long throw is in time. So quickly, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th, and the batter is Billy Blanchette. 2 RBIs in this game. 1 an RBI single to left field in the 3rd inning. The other bases loaded walk in the 4th.
It's the 2nd time that Albert has checked a swing and grounded out. Well, I'm befuddled. I have no clue as to what the answer to that question is.
It's the Blanchette. Fouled off.
I'm sure we'll find out any minute now.
And now the answer. They were past winners of the Rainbow Most Outstanding Player Award. Okay. You see, we almost had it. They played for the Rainbows. Yeah, there's Red.
There's a Red himself.
Yeah. And there's John Viella. See, we get a picture of Red again. Get a picture of Marcus Owens. See, he's my idol.
Because of the cascading hair?
Yes. he has the great hair. And anyone who doesn't have hair, look, you see how
he's constantly in vogue.
He is.
Old Red is constantly there.
He's got that long trail, fiery red hair. Well, you know, and I'm trying to grow, you know, the same thing in the back too, right? But my son tells me, Dad, you'll never be like Marcus Owens. You'll end up looking like Bozo. I said, that's not hard at all.
Well, if Red were out there today, you know, he's got that cascading hair. You know, he'd have the wristbands, the dark glasses, and the black under the eyes with the dark glasses. That's what he'd do. He'd have the gloves sticking out of the back pocket.
Pitch to Blanchette. That gets away from the catcher. Blanchette goes up to first base. And so Blanchette walks. First walk allowed by Dave Littlewood since he has come on in relief in the 4th inning. Rainbows batting here in the 6th. So the tying run is at first base. The Rainbows this year have really been able to manufacture runs with 2 outs. Takayoshi comes to the plate. You know, we should have been able to figure out that butt-back question. You know, that bothers me. Pitches inside. Don't wait to be sorry to find out that your home has been invaded by termites. Call Howoli Pest Control. The experts at Howoli will put a happy ending to all those termites and other pests. Protect your investment. Tom Nago is the president. Blanchette going. No throw. Stolen base. Tying run now in scoring position.
Well, you had mentioned the long line of pitchers of Portuguese ancestry, and I see Viella, and I see Joey Estrella's name out there. And then I see the middle with Mario Monaco and Red, and nah. God, that's my first thought was
maybe
people with Portuguese ancestry.
Or Filipino ancestry.
And you see Red, and it's nah again, right?
That's true. 3 balls and no strikes. Takayoshi waits. Blanchette at second base. That's low, ball 4. And the batter is Chris Duggar, and he has done a job today. Duggar with a 2-run single in the 3rd inning. He also stole a base and scored a run in the 5th, coming home on the sacrifice fly by Darren Moreland. So Chris Duggar makes his way to the plate here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. on this Mother's Day. And this game has really been a knockdown, drag-out affair. Both teams going at each other. 6-5 Utah. Duggar waits. And the first pitch to him. Up high, 1 ball and no strikes. At the Sheraton Makaha, enjoy a Kama Aina room special for $79 per room per night. What you say? Aha, the Sheraton Makaha. Kama Aina room special, $79 per room per night. The 1-0 pitch. That's down low, ball 2. Or a Kama Aina activity package, including free horseback rides and free tennis for just $99 a night. Make it a Sheraton Makaha weekend. Call the hotel for details. 2-0. The count to Duggar. Blanchard at second, Takayoshi at first. The 2-0 pitch. Ball 3, that gets away from Peterson. The runners will move up. Blanchard from second to third, and Takayoshi from first to second. And that will be a pass ball.
Even though this pitch is a little bit outside, Peterson really should have had it.
So that probably is the catcher's worst statistic, the pass ball. Duggar now with a base hit could give the Rainbows the lead. Hawaii trails 6-5. Blanchard at third, Takayoshi at second. Shadows beginning to lengthen here at Rainbow. And the pitch to Duggar. That's a strike. 3-1. John Viella in the on-deck circle. Littlewood must throw a strike here. Duggar, no doubt, mindful of that fact, as Littlewood is behind on the count. They're going to put him on. Littlewood will come down off the mound and say, hey, why? Why are you doing this? Littlewood gives the ball to the catcher, Peterson.
Asking for another baseball? You rarely see that happen. Why not just call timeout and throw the ball?
Mickey Mailer now will jog out toward the hill. I love when a coach jogs out to the hill instead of just walking, because it shows that he's in the game.
Well, there are times that he needs to jog and times that he needs to walk, because he may want to give his pitcher a little more time in the pen.
I understand.
This is not one of those times.
I understand that. So Mickey Mailer, who pitched in the big time.
Yeah, Utah now with a couple of coaches that have played in the show. Right there, Mickey Mailer, and of course the head coach, Rick Sofield, with the Minnesota Twins.
I'll tell you one thing about this team. They have fun. They are loose. So Mickey Mailer jogs off. Duggar will step in, and let's see if they put him on again, or will they pitch to him? They're going to pitch to him. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Duggar. Strike 2.
Well, no matter what the crowd says, that was a pretty good pitch right there.
I agree. Three balls and 2 strikes to Duggar. Blanchett at third, Takayoshi at second. Here's the payoff. Call strike 3. So the inning is over. The Rainbows do not score. And after 6 full innings of play, it is 6-5 Utah.
Our family, the Cutter team, would like to offer your family a special savings opportunity to see the all-new Ice Capades at the Blaisdell Arena May 10th through the 19th. For 2 performances, a discount coupon worth $250 off regular ticket prices can be picked up at any Cutter Team dealership. Cutter Ford Isuzu, Cutter Dodge, Cutter Chrysler Plymouth, Cutter Jeep Eagle, Rainbow Chevrolet, Courtesy Pontiac, Cutter Mitsubishi, and Cutter's Ala Moana VW Audi Porsche. See you at the Ice Capades.
Hi, Linda Coble for Gas Express. What do we have more of per capita here in Hawaii than anywhere else? Tourists? Mochi Crunch? I'll be back with the answer after this word from Gas Express.
Stop by one of the convenient Gas Express stations on Oahu or the Big Island. There's always a Gas Express station nearby when you need one.
Hi, back again to tell you what we have more of here in Hawaii. Joggers. Watch out for them and all pedestrians. Aloha.
Just in the nick of time, Bulova watches at JCPenney. JCPenney has a large selection of famous Bulova watches, perfect to keep today's active men and women on time. Handsome Bulova watches for men, stylish designs for women, durable diver watches for deep water adventure, smart styles for the scholar, sporty watches for the athlete. Head into JCPenney and strap on a famous Bulova watch today.
You're looking smarter than ever at JCPenney, yeah.
7th inning is upon us, and for Utah, Sean Peters, Mike Edwards, and Mike Ozominski. Sean Peters, the second baseman for Utah, takes the strike. He is 2 for 3, including a run-scoring triple in the 5th inning. Batting here in the 7th, Utah 6 runs, 10 hits and no errors. The Rainbows 5 runs, 6 hits and no errors. At the conclusion of today's game, Pal and I will be selecting the GTE Hawaiian Tel Most Valuable Rainbow. Hawaiian Tel will contribute to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Hawaii in the name of the player who went beyond the call. The king in his court returning to Hawaii. Eddie Feiner, world famous 4-man softball pitcher. They will play here on the 29th. Ground ball right at the third baseman, Duggar. And he throws out Peter. That'll bring up Mike Edwards. They will not really play at Rainbow Stadium. They'll play over behind Rainbow Stadium at Cook Field. Proceeds will go to MDA, the Hawaii chapter of MDA. And the king in his court will be playing a team of Honolulu firefighters. And Feiner is just simply amazing the way he pitches a softball. Edwards grounds to Otani. Long throw, and Otani gets him. 2 down. Otani getting a start at shortstop today for 2 reasons. Perhaps he is a senior, and Craven is again nursing that shoulder. That shoulder injury, I should say. May 29th on Wednesday, 7 p.m. The king in his court for MDA. Interesting thing to see.
Yeah, if you've never seen Eddie Feiner pitch, I mean, the guy is amazing. I mean, he's been doing this for, what, over 20 years, right?
Oh, yes. Last time I faced Eddie Feiner, I hit a triple off him. I did.
Did you really?
Yes. Pitch to Ozominski.
I remember,
down low.
excuse me, Jim, I remember seeing him in high school now throw from second base,
Yes.
softball.
Well, he was throwing, the first pitch that I didn't see was outside. The second pitch was inside. And I said, well, he's got to come down the middle now because it's 2-0. He did. I hit it down the right field line into the corner. And that's my claim to fame.
Of course, the 4-man team would be the pitcher, the catcher, the shortstop, and first baseman.
That's right.
It, right?
There's nobody really in the outfield.
By the way, today is
And you notice it wasn't a home run, it was a triple.
Today is a quick creek promotion day, right? You want to hear an interesting stat?
Yes.
This is the 5th time that they're doing a promo. The Rainbows have lost all 4 of the previous.
Full count to Mike Ozominski. He had a 2-run triple in the first inning when Utah jumped all over Brady Pereira for 4 runs on 4 hits. Ozominski walks here in the top half of the 7th inning. First walk given up by Owan. Here's Brett Alvey, home run over the left field fence his last time. He is 2 for 3, singled in the 4th and struck out in the 1st inning. But that home run, he really got it all as he was able to launch it out of here to left. 6-5 Utah. Owan delivers. That's a strike at the knees. Everyone likes to play on a winning team, and the professionals at the Cellular Source are winners. In fact, the Cellular Source was chosen as Honolulu Cellular's #1 agent in 1990. So give the Cellular Source a call. Ground ball, and that would bounce right over Ohtani at shortstop. That's another hit for Alvey. He is 3 for 4. Anzaminsky moves up to second base for Utah. 2 men on here in the 7th inning.
And the first hit given up by Logan Owan, and a very tough play for Steve Ohtani. You see how he gets it mid-hop, and it comes up on him too quickly for that base hit.
We are in the 7th inning, top half of the 7th. It is 6-5 Utah. Hard hit drive. That's wide of the chalk, and will end up on the restraining fence down in the left field corner. Steve Davis, who has grounded out, has been called out on strikes and lined out to center field, batting here in the 7th. So Owan making his first appearance of 91. That's a pitch that gets over on the outside corner. The 0-2 pitch. That's outside. 1-2 the count. At the conclusion of the game, we'll be selecting the GTE Hawaiian Most Valuable Rainbow. Hawaiian will contribute to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Hawaii in the name of the player who went beyond the call. Steve Davis getting the start today for Utah at first base. 0 for 3. 2 outs here in the 7th. Pitch by Owan. Hit off the handle foul up the left field side. WAC tournament next week. Every game in the WAC tournament will be televised live by KHNL Channel 13. We begin at 3:30 next Thursday afternoon, right here on the Rainbow Television Sports Station of the 90s, KHNL. Ground ball to the shortstop. Ohtani quickly goes to Viella for the 3rd out. So the experience of Steve Ohtani, his only play was second base. And he was able to pump the ball to Viella for the 3rd out. Utah does not score in the top half of the 7th after 6.5. The Utes holding on by 1.
Rediscover America with Jeep. The 50th anniversary Jeep sale with discounts and cash back on Jeep Cherokee. Big savings on Jeep Wrangler. Factory to dealer incentives can save you even more. The 50th anniversary Jeep sale. Don't miss it.
Going on now, only at your Hawaii Jeep and Eagle dealers.
Old Joe gets it to go. The BK broiler, how I left it so.
The BK broiler from Burger King.
Have it your way.
For a taste that's all your own.
Have it your way.
With lettuce, tomato, and ranch dressing.
What's your way?
Or barbecue sauce and onions. Your way, right away.
Gotta add some pickles to it. Now you're ready to get down to it.
Flame broiled chicken, fixed fresh, served hot.
Have it your way.
The BK broiler.
Some people think the day of the mechanic is past. But Unical has nearly 1,000 ProTech mechanics. Highly trained, retested regularly, all of them backed by the 76 Protect guarantee. So, if it looks like the passing of the mechanic is simply a sign of the times, maybe it's just time to look for a different sign.
Mona helps Tony clean the fireplace.
Something stuck, Mo. Let me give it a whack.
Monday on KHNL 13.
Some of the Kahala Yankees giving their congratulations to the Rainbows, #1 in the Western Athletic Conference. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Rainbows trail 6-5. 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for Utah. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Rainbows. John Viella leading it off for the Bows. That's a strike. This game, unlike the doubleheader yesterday, will go 9. Pitch to Viella, ground ball to the shortstop Castellano. He boots it. That ball will roll into right field. Viella keeps running on his way to third. Tying run aboard at third with no one out. We'll be able to take another gander at that particular play because it's one of those plays that all of a sudden develops as you look at Mrs. Viella on this Mother's Day, watching her son John almost circle the bases. Here comes Castellano, and the ball kicks off of him, then kicks by the second baseman Peters and rolls into short right field. Well, that catches the attention of Steve Davis and the right fielder Mike Aranzulo. In the meantime, John Viella streaks all the way to third. Big break for the Rainbows on that error.
Well, it happened in such an area that was in between coverage. The right fielder now coming down the right field line to back up first base on a potential overthrow. And it just like it bisected that area between him and the first baseman.
Darren Moreland, fisted foul into the seats. Look out. So the Rainbows with the tying run at third base. They trail 6-5 here in this 4th game of this series against Utah. Pitch by Littlewood. That's inside. That crowds Moreland at the plate.
Now the corners for Utah, the first and third baseman, are playing even with the bag. However, the middle infielders are playing at regular depth. So now Moreland thinking sacrifice fly or a ground ball up the middle.
Ground ball, base hit off the glove of the shortstop. And there will be no play. Coming in to score and tie the game is Viella. So Darren Moreland gets enough on the ball. Credit Castellano just to get to the ball because it appeared that ball was headed towards center field. He was able to knock it down, but that was it.
Well, Moreland does what he's supposed to. He steers the ball up the middle. Nice attempt by Castellano just to keep the ball in the infield.
That is the 2nd RBI of the game for Moreland. It is the 41st of the season. And for Moreland, it is his 4th RBI of the series against Utah. Kevin Curtis is the batter. Check throw to first, and Moreland is back. Now Moreland represents the go-ahead run. A 6-6 tie in the bottom of the 7th. Curtis, in his first appearance at the plate today, gave indication of how he would hit the ball. He lifted one deep to the center fielder, Jeremy Childs, near the warning track. Then a ground rule double in the 4th and a single to center field in the 5th. So Curtis 2 for 3 and the count to him 0-1.
Maybe because Curtis has been having a good day so far, 2 for 3 with a double and a single, that he's not bunting in this situation. You figure tie game, bottom of the 7th inning. Anybody else up there would probably be bunting, but there he is. He's squaring off the bunt now.
Outside. Good save there by Scott Peterson. 129,047 have seen Rainbow Baseball this year before today's crowd. So they have pushed their way, I believe, past the 130,000 mark, and that is a record. We'll try to get the official count in a few moments. Check throw to first and back easily is Darren Moreland. Moreland was picked off first base in the 2nd inning, so he's very aware of what happened. Moreland goes, big jump. And that is a perfect run and hit. Base hit to right field for Curtis. Moreland on his way to third. He gets there easily. And the Rainbows have something going in the bottom of the seventh. Kevin Curtis has been superb in hitting the ball today.
Well, after squaring off on the second pitch, Curtis goes the other way with a well-executed hit and run right there.
So Mickey Mailer makes yet another trip to the mound, and we will have another pitcher as Eric Evans goes into pinch run for Kevin Curtis. So Utah will change pitchers. The Rainbows are changing base runners, and we'll be back. A 6-6 tie in the seventh.
This is never gonna work. Hey, relax. Anybody can send them roses.
Excuse me, we didn't order these. Ian, what's this?
Hi.
Did they really expect us to call them?
I'm telling you. Hello.
If you took all the credit cards being offered these days, your wallet would grow almost as big as the fees you'd be charged. Actually, all you need are two. First Hawaiian's Visa and MasterCard, with your photo ID on the back. Both for one small fee and a low interest rate. So apply now. It'll take the strain off your wallet in more ways than one.
Being on time. That's what we push for. It's what our customers expect. So that's what we care about, and that's why our mechanics go all out. We go from the nose to the tip of the tail on every airplane, every day. When the planes run right, planes run on time. That's what I care about, and I'm proud of it. We all are.
On the next Wizard, right here on Hawaii's very own KHNL, sponsored by the Cutter Team.
Brett Cornell has come into pitch now, making his second appearance in the series. He pitched one inning in the second game of last night's doubleheader. Cornell will face Dwayne Daughtry. At least Daughtry is the scheduled batter here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. John Biella started things off with what appeared to be a routine ground ball to Robert Castellano. The ball caromed off of Castellano's leg into short right field, and Biella was able to go all the way around the third. He then came home on Darren Moreland's RBI single. Moreland driving in his second run of the game, his fourth run of the series. And Kevin Curtis then came up and executed a brilliant run and hit to right field, sending Moreland all the way around to third. So the go-ahead run for the Rainbows at third base. Eric Evans, who went into pinch run for Kevin Curtis, is at first. Runners at the corners for Dwayne Daughtry. And no one out here in the bottom of the seventh.
Excuse me, Jim, and a good substitution now with Kevin Curtis in the bottom of the seventh, substituting with Eric Evans, who can run.
Cornell gets the ball by Daughtry, who attempted to bunt. Daughtry, if you remember earlier in this game, with a bunt single in the third inning, it turned out to be the first base hit for the Rainbows in this game.
And that was a safety squeeze attempt with runners on first and third, no outs.
Daughtry again. This time he pops it up. Waiting for it is Davis, and he gathers it in for out number one. That frustrates Daughtry to no end. We are tied at 6. Steve Otani, the scheduled hitter, he is being called back. And the senior shortstop not too happy about it. I think Stevie O really wanted to bat here. But the Rainbows will go to Harold Kebab as the pinch hitter. So Kebab, batting .389 on the season, but 0 for 8 in the series, has an opportunity here.
Yeah, I agree that Stevie Otani may not be too happy about this, but boy, from a coaching standpoint, you replace a 100 hitter with a 400 hitter. That's pretty good percentage.
So Kebab trying to come back from that hamstring pull he suffered on the road trip at New Mexico. Harold on the season, 11 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Moreland is at third. Eric Evans is at first base. A 6-6 tie in the bottom half of the 7th. Brett Cornell, the third Utah pitcher, ready to work. One ball and no strikes to Kebab. Cornell from Utah Valley Community College, the junior from American Fork, Utah. Runner going. Throw is faked to second. There will be no throw to third. And it will be a stolen base for Evans. Evans now 2 for 2 in stolen bases on the season. Moreland remains at third. A base hit now with 1 out. For all intents and purposes, would yield 2 runs.
Well, especially with the infield in, Evans at second base can take a little bit bigger lead.
That ball goes by the first baseman, Davis. Coming in to score is Moreland. Evans stops at third. Rainbows lead 7-6.
Well, Eric Evans now, when that ball is hit, he holds up at second base for some reason. And when it gets by the first baseman, Davis, Evans now has to stop and continue to third base.
So runners at the corners, Evans at third, Kebab at first. It is the first base hit for Harold Kebab in this series. And the Rainbows have been able to take the lead in this game for the first time. The batter will be Tim Albert, still only 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and we will have a pinch runner for Kebab. They don't want anything to happen to that hamstring. So Scott Craven will go into pinch run. And Harold getting a fine round of applause from this very appreciative crowd here on this Mother's Day. Final game of the regular season. Rainbows looking for the sweep. They lead 7-6. That run before charged to Littlewood. High bouncer, base hit right field. Coming in to score is Evans. All the way around the third on the play goes Craven. They try to go back door at first base, and it's not in time to get Albert. So Albert with an RBI base hit. Craven blazes to third. Evans scores easily. And for Albert, that's his 28th run batted in on the year.
And an AstroTurf-like base hit as it bounces over the first baseman's head. Craven now not even hesitating as he rounds second base to hit the third.
Here's Bill Blanchette. Craven is at third. Albert is at first. And the pitch is looped to left field. Coming on is Albie in the sunshine, and he lost the ball. Coming in to score will be Craven. All the way around to third on the play goes Albert. Blanchette on the throw takes second. Albert will try to score. The ball gets away from the catcher Peterson. Albert does score. Blanchette goes to third, and things have come apart for Utah.
You can see by the way he approached the ball in left field that Brett Alvey had lost the ball. He went back when he should have been coming in. So you see Craven score. Now Albert comes all the way around. Bad throw by the left fielder Alvey will allow Albert to continue.
Now you see the ball getting away from the catcher Peterson. And Blanchette played opportunistic all the way around the bases. He is at third. 2 errors in the inning now. An error charge to the catcher, Peterson. That's a wild pitch. Another run will score. Coming in is Blanchette. Rainbows now lead 11-6. It'll be charged as a wild pitch. Rainbows have just exploded in this inning. Well, they've been able to get 6 runs. No one on the bases now for Takayoshi. 2 balls and no strikes. Takayoshi, the 8th Rainbow to bat here in the 7th inning. So Brett Cornell has seen everything come asunder. Ground ball to the second baseman Peters. He throws to Davis, and there's 2 out. Here's Chris Duggar.
From experience sitting in that dugout, I'll tell you, this is the kind of inning, it's like a nightmare. You wish it never happened, but you know that in your coaching career, it's going to.
Pitch to Duggar, over for a strike. Chris was called out on strikes with 2 runners on in the 6th inning. Comes up here with the bases empty and 6 runs across. In the bottom of the 7th, Rainbows have 6 runs on 5 hits. They've been helped along by 2 errors. 0-2 to Duggar. Count 1-2. The crowd getting on Mike Baldwin. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line drive caught by the second baseman Peters. And the inning is over. 6 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, nobody left. The Rainbows have seized control of this game. They lead 11-6.
What's never far away, no matter where you go? What high-octane premium gasoline delivers winning performance. Who can help when that shortcut turns out to be a little too long?
Start packing. The Roberts Unbeatable Overnighters are here.
Unbeatable price. Just $99 per person for air, room, and car. Unbeatable fun. Fly Aloha, drive budget, and choose from these fine properties. Unbeatable peace of mind, because every Roberts Hawaii Overnighter package is fully bonded, so your purchase is protected.
Call us today for Roberts Unbeatable Bonded $99 Overnighters.
That's quite a mouthful.
That's quite a deal.
Sports medicine. It's a way of keeping someone who loves the game in the game.
Carpet and Drapery Hawaii would like to introduce you to their new Waimalu showroom. Every kind of national name brand carpet, in custom colors too. We also feature custom made-to-measure drapery, vertical and mini blinds, a wall full of decorating ideas from Congolium, and a warehouse full of remnants. Call Bob or Wendell Tom at Carpet and Drapery Hawaii and visit our beautiful new Waimalu store. Yes, we cover Hawaii, whether it's your home or business.
Scott Craven has gone into play at shortstop for the Rainbows, replacing Steve Otani. And Jay Holland has come in to pitch. She faces Jeremy Childs here in the top half of the 8th inning. Rainbows with 6 runs on 5 hits. They were aided by 2 errors. in that big 7. You see the figures on Jay Holland. Ground ball past the third baseman Duggar into left field. Daughtry backing up on the play. Another base hit for Utah. That'll be an error. No base hit. That'll be an error on the third baseman Chris Duggar. We'll take another look and see here.
Well, Holland is a guy that'll come in, keep the ball down. You see Duggar overcharges that ball to his left.
First error for the Rainbows. Here is Robert Castellano. Takes a strike. Holland's delivery. That's an excuse me swing to Blanchett. He goes to first, and now we're waiting for the umpire's decision.
Well, it really doesn't matter. You know, Castellano staying at home plate.
Here comes Rick Sofield.
Now, if he swings the bat and it hits him, that bat, the ball is in fair territory. It counts. That's an out right there.
Now Castellano didn't even go up the line. He's trying to tell the umpires that it was a foul ball. Greg Poole says, no, that's not my responsibility. I was watching the play at first. Mike Baldwin is saying that from what I saw, it appeared to be a fair ball, and I asked for help. Sofield is saying, you guys have any idea? which is what he should say.
Well, from what up here, what I saw was him swing the bat, and from the sound, it looked like it hit him. So if it hit him on his hands or whatever, in contact. Now, if the ball goes from the bat to the body and then fair territory, it is foul ball. But if he swings the bat and the ball hits his hands and then gets in fair territory, in other words, the hands are a part of the bat, it's a fair ball.
Castellano throws the bat down in disgust as they call him out.
We'll see this now. Here we get a look at it. See? Now the ball came down and it was in foul territory and it went fair.
Fair ball. Here's Scott Peterson. Peterson is 0 for 3, but he has scored a run as he has reached on 2 fielders' choices. He has also stolen a base. Jay Holland is the 4th Rainbow pitcher in this game. Rainbows lead 11-6. Big 6-run inning. Line drive caught by Blanchett. Goes to the shortstop, Craven, and they double off Childs. What a play by Billy B. Will Billy B smile as he leaves the field? No, he doesn't. There you see the catch by Blanchett, and then the great play by Craven coming across and having to dig that ball out of the cinders. So a double play ends the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 8th. It is 11-6 Hawaii.
Hello, I'm Fred Hemmings on the new AM 76 KGU weekday mornings.
Hawaii's news, talk, and sports source.
I love radio.
Coop Scoop is sponsored by Kraft General Foods Hawaii.
We're going to talk about pitching overuse syndrome.
Serious injuries can occur by the overuse syndrome, which is a cumulative effect over a season and over a career. Here are 4 preventive measures. Youth pitchers' pitch limit should be between 15 and 17 pitches per inning. No youth pitcher should throw over 75 pitches per game. High school pitchers, no more than 100. Youth pitchers should only throw once a week. Twice a week if they have 4 days rest between games and throw only 2 to 3 innings in each game. Coaches, watch the last troubled inning. If there was a dramatic increase of pitches and intensity in that inning, fatigue has set in, remove the pitcher. Beware of the 2-out syndrome. If he is struggling to get the 3rd out, don't wait too long. Remove him.
Coop Scoop has been sponsored by Kraft General Foods Hawaii, dedicated to enhancing performance and preventing injury among Hawaii's young athletes.
Start packing. The Roberts Unbeatable Overnighters are here.
Unbeatable price. Just $99 per person for air, room, and car. Unbeatable fun. Fly Aloha, drive budget, and choose from these fine properties. Unbeatable peace of mind, because every Roberts Hawaii Overnighter package is fully bonded, so your purchase is protected.
Call us today for Roberts Unbeatable Bonded $99 Overnighters.
That's quite a mouthful.
That's quite a deal.
Jim Hallinan comes in to pitch now for Utah. Hallinan appearing in this series for the second time, and Franz Ewan pinch hitting for John Biela here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Rainbows lead 11-6, 11 runs on 11 hits. The Bows have committed 1 error. Franz Ewan hits it to center field, and that ball is caught on the shoe tops by Jeremy Childs. And so Ewan pings it well. And that will bring up Chad Uehara pinch hitting for Darren Moreland. Uehara used sparingly this year, 2 for 16 in the year. He is out of Castle High School in Kaneohe. Bottom of the 8th inning. And the Rainbows with a 5-run lead. They have really struggled in this game. And it wasn't until they exploded for 6 runs on 5 hits, aided by 2 errors in the bottom half of the 7th, that they were able to finally go past Utah and build a sizable lead. But the Utes played them base hit for base hit, run for run. In fact, they led 4-0 after the 1st inning. But the Rainbows were able to tie it up. Finally take the lead in the 7th. High chopper, Edwards, the long throw, in time, and Uehara is retired. And that will bring up Eric Evans. You know what happens when an award-winning chef and the island's freshest seafood get together? Lunch or dinner at LaSalle Restaurant. That's what happens in the beautiful Pagoda Hotel. LaSalle Restaurant, Hawaii's seafood place on Rycroft Street. So Eric Evans steps in, batting only 179 on the year. He is 0 for 1 in the series. 5'11" freshman from El Segundo, California. That ball really slammed to the power alley. In a hurry is Aranzulo. Now it holds up for him, and he makes the catch. So the Rainbows go in order in the bottom half of the 8th. They are closing in on their 46th victory of the year. And we are coming to the end of the regular season on this Mother's Day. We shall return with any number 9.
Nissan's 240SX. Handle with care.
The heat is on. It's on the street, yeah. Oh, the heat is. Oh. The heat is rising higher. It's a Nissan fire. Tell me, can you feel it? The heat is on.
Feel Nissan's fire.
May we offer you some dessert?
No thanks, really. This old-fashioned patty melt is just fine.
Well, after you finish with that juicy patty melt, how about a little cheesecake?
It sounds great, really. But I've got my old-fashioned patty melt, my seasoned curly fries, and my Coke. I'm a happy man.
Now there's free cheesecake at Jack in the Box. Buy an old-fashioned patty melt, seasoned curly fries, and a regular drink, and the cheesecake's free.
Like I said, there's always room for a little dessert.
He was an outlaw, a lover, a legend.
My hero.
The epic adventure of the year. Robin Hood, Monday on Fox.
Again, we'd like to congratulate Angelo Abordinato, our volunteer of the season. He is our most valuable volunteer on his way to Disney World. And we want to thank the sponsors, Coca-Cola, Times Supermarket, and also Creative Holidays for helping to recognize all of the volunteers. Angelo Abordinato is the winner. Multiple changes for the Rainbows. Kenny Harrison is in left field. Dwayne Daughtry has moved from left field. He is now in center field. Chad Uehara at third. Scott Craven at shortstop. Franz Ewan at second base. And Tyler Shepp is doing the catching. So the Bows have put everybody in here in the last inning, they hope. Here is Mike Aranzulo. Aranzulo is 1 for 4, singled and scored a run in the 1st inning. Jay Holland, the 4th Rainbow pitcher, ready to work. And the pitch is inside. Holland has pitched effectively this year. And on occasion, he has pitched brilliantly.
Well, he came back from arm surgery, and he's probably the missing link in the puzzle, you know, because he's a pitcher that's got some ability, 82-mile-an-hour fastball.
Three balls and no strikes to Aranzulo here in the 9th inning. 11-6 Rainbows. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. There's ball 4. Aranzulo walks. That is the first walk allowed by Jay Holland. Here's Sean Peters, 2 for 4. Tripled in the 5th inning. Drove in a run. Scored a run in the 1st. Takes a strike, 0-1. So the Rainbow Seniors will take a tour of the bases. And apparently we will miss a 5th-year senior taking the tour, and that's a shame. It really is.
Well, maybe early in the game, Larry got your message, and he's
hope so
somewhere lurking in the wings.
Barigsai, if he doesn't run, we will say that we give him our best. He has always been a very gentle, wonderful person to talk to. And he wasn't being used by the Rainbows in game after game, but he still maintained a very solid sense of humor. And apparently, he has departed early from this ball club. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He has been here for 5 years. And that rather puts a damper on things. It doesn't really tie the bow right at the end of the season. Pitch by Holland is inside, 2-2. Rainbows at double play depth. New infield, remember. Uehara at third, Craven at short, Ewan at second. Billy Blanchette remains at first base. Tyler Sheff now doing the catching. Pitch by Holland misses low. 3-2, full count.
Yeah, you don't want this. You don't want any door to open for Utah. They've got 11 hits, so they've been able to put the ball in play today.
That ball could be trouble if it's fair. It is a foul ball. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sean Peters. So Utah will not be in the WAC playoffs. Wyoming will. In fact, Wyoming lost to New Mexico today, 6-2. San Diego State defeated Air Force 8-7 and 7-2. You see the WAC baseball scores. 2 walks given up by Jay Holland. No one out in the 9th inning. And the batter will be Mike Edwards, who is 1 for 3 with a walk. He had an RBI single in the 1st inning. Edwards waits, and the pitch by Holland. That misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Holland has walked 2 here in the 9th. I would like to thank all of our sponsors who have been with us all season long, starting in the fall with football, that have sponsored Rainbow Athletics for yet another year on the leader of Hawaii Sports Television, KHNL Channel 13. Very community-minded sponsors, and they have been very loyal, and we want to thank them for their support. Edwards waits, pitched to him, swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. So Holland out in front of Mike Edwards with Aranzulo at second and Sean Peters at first. Holland set at the waistband and the pitch. It's fouled to the net. So you've seen Mike Edwards now play over these 4 games. You will evaluate talent. What do you think?
I think offensively, you know, he's got a chance because he's got good bat speed, puts the ball in play, he's got some power.
Breaking ball is popped up into short right field. In comes Tim Alberts, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
And he's got an adequate arm from third base, but, you know, throws a little funny, but he gets the job done. That's the main thing.
Here's Mike Ozaminski. 2-run triple in the first inning, called out on strikes in the 3rd, grounded into a force play in the 5th, and walked in the 7th. Batting here with 2 men on. Rainbows leading 11-6.
And that last out was a big out, by the way, because Edwards is a guy that can hurt you with one swing of the bat. I mean, he's got the power to hit one out.
Holland gets the pitch over on the corner, 0-1. I agree with you. I think if Holland is sharp, the Rainbows will go a long way, as he does supply what you call the missing link. That's fouled back, and Holland quickly out in front now, 0-2.
Well, his velocity has always been around 82 miles an hour. And again, he's coming back from arm surgery, so looking forward to next year, I'm just assuming that he's going to gain a couple of miles an hour if he has a good summer.
Ground ball wide of first, and so everybody will have to come back. Mike Aranzillo back to second, and Sean Peters back to first. 1 out, 2 on for Utah here in the 9th inning.
And I think for the first time this year, we can honestly say that what the Bulls are looking for right here is a season-ending ground ball double play.
Yes. See if you call it right here. Nope, outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I would bet with you, but I've bet twice now in the Golden State Warriors. And on 40-something who came in last in the Kentucky Derby. And I am on a streak of bad luck.
Foreman, too, I bet.
Yes. That may be lifted to the roof. Nope, over the roof. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And you know, we're coming to the end of the roof. Regular season, right?
Regular season. We stand at 143.
And that is a record. A record year of foul balls on the roof. That ball is hit deep to left field. Playing shallow was Harrison, and he will not get to it. It will go all the way to the wall. Aranzillo will come around third and score. Right behind him is Peters. He will also score. Sliding into third is Ozaminski, and he has his 2nd triple of the game. He also has driven in his 4th run. It is now 11-8.
Well, when he got up there, I was looking at Kenny Harrison playing real shallow, and I'm thinking, you know, with the 4th hitter up here, he's playing a little bit too shallow. And sure enough, Ozaminski goes that way with the ball for a 2-run triple.
Ozaminski's 4th triple of the year. Question is why Harrison was playing so shallow there. Brett Alvey is the batter. He had a home run. He is 3 for 4 home run over the left field fence in the 6th inning. Pitch by Holland. Hit off the end of the bat. That will find the red seats. Find the yellow snow. Go past the yellow seats, hit the blue seats, and go back into the Utah dugout.
And Aranzillo gets up there and fakes to the crowd, huh?
Probably take his scholarship away. Swung on and missed. That's strike 3. Alvey strikes out number 2. "11 runs and 11 hits for the Rainbows. 8 runs on 12 hits now for Utah." Here's Steve Davis. It's amazing how Utah did not score in the first 3 games of this series. Did not score for 23-plus innings against the Rainbows, 24 innings overall. And yet today they went crazy. Wild pitch coming in to score will be Ozominski. It is now 11-9.
Now Holland, being 2 runs down, has got to just get back on the mound, compose himself, and worry about throwing strikes to this batter, because the tying run
is in the on-deck
circle.
Yes. 2-0 pitch outside, ball 3. It is not inconceivable that Utah can come back and tie it here. That's the beauty of the game. I think a philosopher not too many years ago summed all of this up when he said, I believe it was Lawrence Berra, when he said, it is not over until it is over.
Yeah. And Joaquin Andujar said he's got one word to say about the game. You never know. Of course, that was the 3rd walk of the inning. Here comes the tying run to the plate.
And also Carl Furatani. Could it be that we will have our 5th pitcher of the day for the Rainbows? Rainbows with 2 outs in the 9th, lead by 2 runs. The tying run is at the plate. And Furatani talking to Jay Holland as Craig Tucker starts to, or is warming in the bullpen.
And he's pointed.
And we will have Tucker come in. And you can see, if you read lips there, what Les said was, take him out. 11-9. We'll be back.
Where can you find a place that's always up and running when you are? What high-octane premium gasoline delivers winning performance? Who's got the snacks and the smiles to keep you going?
Start packing. The Roberts Unbeatable Overnighters are here.
Unbeatable price. Just $99 per person for air, room, and car. Unbeatable fun. Fly Aloha, drive budget, and choose from these fine properties. Unbeatable peace of mind, because every Roberts Hawaii Overnighter package is fully bonded, so your purchase is protected.
Call us today for Roberts Unbeatable Bonded $99 Overnighters.
That's quite a mouthful.
That's quite a deal.
GECC. Financial services that bring good things to life for Hawaii's businesses, builders, investors, and homeowners. We're a unit of GE Capital. Remember our name.
GECC, we bring good things to living. We bring good things to life.
Craig Tucker has become the 5th Rainbow pitcher to appear in this final game of the regular season, and this game is not over. 2 outs in the 9th, and the Rainbows lead by 2. Tucker making his 2nd appearance in the series in as many days. He pitched 1 2/3 innings in the 2nd game of the doubleheader last night. 4-0 on the season, 6.37 in earned run average. Tucker will face Jeremy Child. On at first base is Steve Davis. He is still the responsibility of Jay Holland. 3 runs have scored here in the top of the 9th, aided by a 2-run triple by Mike Ozominski. Ozominski came home on a wild pitch. He did the same thing in the 1st inning, scoring on a wild pitch then by Brady Pereira. That ball lifted out of play. Little blooper right back to Tucker. Throws to first in time. And the game is over. So Tucker came in. And he faced Jeremy Childs. And he was able finally to put the bow on this final game of the regular season. There you see the final score, 11-9. It started in an almost disastrous way for the Rainbows. They gave up 4 runs in the top half of the first inning. Brady Pereira was not sharp. The Rainbows, before it was over, used Pereira, Moko Paiva, Logan Owan, Jay Holland, and in the 9th inning, along with Holland, they used Craig Tucker. For Utah, they also had a parade of pitchers: Bill Moeller, Dave Littlewood, Brett Cornell, and Jim Halloman. But the Rainbows sweep Utah. The first 3 games ending in shutout victories, 5-0, 2-0, and 4-0, and then a real knockdown drag-out affair here, 11-9. In fact, when you look at these 2 teams, the Rainbows are now 19-4 against Utah all time. They are 15-0 against Utah at Rainbow Stadium. But credit the Utes, they came out swinging the bats today. They finally threw off that yoke of 23 scoreless innings. And for a long time in this game, in fact, right up into the 9th inning, they gave the Rainbows a real run for their money in the final game of the regular season. The Bows are now 46-14. They finished the WAC season as the regular season champions with a record of 22-5. For Utah, on the season, they finish at 22-31. They are 11-12 in the WAC, and against the Rainbows in the WAC, they finish 0-4. The GTE Hawaiian Tel most valuable Rainbow for today's game is Kevin Curtis. Hawaiian Tel is pleased to contribute to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Hawaii in the name of Kevin Curtis, who went beyond the call today. Curtis with a ground rule double, another single in the 5th inning, and a single in the 6th inning. Curtis, along with Darren Moreland, also considered for the outstanding honors in the game today. So now we await the final trip around the bases for the Rainbow Seniors. And like the football team with their final walk around Aloha Stadium and the basketball team with their final shot at the Blaisdell, the Rainbow Seniors will take that final trip around the bases as they end the regular season as the WAC champions. And they will go into the WAC playoffs next week as the #1 seed. First senior is Tim Albert. He was here only 1 year, and last night we said there could be an ode written to Tim Albert. Oh, Timmy, we've yet to know you, because he was here as a transfer from Cal Poly, and he will take his last jog around the bases as a Rainbow. Albert came into this final game batting .388 on the season. 9 doubles, 3 triples, 1 home run, and 27 runs batted in. In this game, he was able to drive in his 28th in that big 7th inning when the Rainbows exploded for 6 runs on 5 hits. And the dive at home plate. Tim Albert says aloha.
Well, the fun's going to start with Stevie Otani and Moreland, Takayoshi.
And Steve Otani, who will go on to become an elementary school teacher. Otani has been one of those career players here at the University of Hawaii, 5'6" senior out of Kaiser, ready to take his final jog around the bases. He is the epitome of baseball players in Hawaii who don't have physical stature but play with an awful big heart. And over the years, when you think about it, Otani has come away with some outstanding clutch hits. And he's made some one flap down run like John Matias. He's made some outstanding plays on defense. Here comes, he will karaoke to home plate and the flip. Stevie O saying aloha to the fans here at Rainbow Stadium. Here's a player that will really be missed. John Viella, Big John from Wailuku, Maui, out of Baldwin. And this guy really a fixture for the Rainbows at third base, and he's going to go backwards.
Always been a gentleman, always great to have around. Shown a lot of class and dignity for Hawaii.
Biela did play at third, played at second base this year. We've also seen John at first base. He went by his positions, didn't he? And here he comes.
There you see Mrs. Biela.
So John Biela is saying goodbye.
I can hardly wait for this, because you know Demo's going to be doing something outrageous out there.
Darren Moreland, you will notice that all of the players wearing their hats backwards. You'll have to ask them why.
It's the thing to do.
Moreland, who thrilled us with his plays in center field. This may be the best center fielder the Rainbows dive into first. This may be the best center fielder the Rainbows have produced. Dive into second. Dive into third. One more to go. Moreland. The senior from Milwaukee, Oregon. Another one of these seniors who will be sorely missed. He has made some outstanding catches, and even today with runs driven in, he contributed in his last game of the regular season. Todd Takayoshi.
Snack is probably going to do it in his catcher's gear, but he doesn't.
Takayoshi, 74 base hits coming in. 11 doubles, 5 triples, 7 home runs, 51 runs batted in. And he walked 48 times during the regular season. And he will take the trot. And the crowd with the rhythmic clap. Another senior who will really be missed by the Rainbow faithful. And he will slowly just step on home plate. Now what?
Uh-oh.
So this team very, very close to one another. Missing today is Larry Barigsai, and we send our best to Larry, also a senior who has seen the highs and lows of this team during his college career, and so we send our best alohas to Larry Barigsai. That'll do it from Rainbow Stadium. The final game of the regular season now history. The Rainbows sweep Utah in the series. They win it 11-9. Stay tuned now for Fox's Super Sunday lineup, beginning with True Colors. Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and then it's in living color. Plan to be with us when the leader in Hawaii sports television brings you complete coverage of the Western Athletic Conference baseball tournament. Join us on Thursday afternoon at 3:30 as we begin the tourney with a doubleheader between Brigham Young and San Diego State. That's game 1. And that'll be followed by Wyoming against Hawaii in game 2. Don't miss the WAC baseball tournament on your leader in Hawaii sports television for the 90s KHNL Channel 13. Until next time, this is Jim Leahy for Pal Elbridge and our crew wishing you happy Mother's Day from Rainbow Stadium. This has been another live sports presentation of KHNL Channel 13.
Volumes not only about how the NCAA views the University of Hawaii, but also how mainlanders perceive how isolated our state is. The UH baseball team was turned down in its request to host an NC2A regional playoff, despite a $150,000 bid believed to be the highest ever offered. Instead, the NC2A selection committee chose Fresno State and USC as host sites for the 2 West regionals.
On the committee, and my information says that all of the committee members supported Hawaii as a site for the regionals, that the NCAA office personnel and staff felt that logistically it would be very, very difficult to get 5 teams out here and get them back as they lose in the tournament. and then also to get the champion back in time to get ready for a Friday, I think it is, ball game after they get back on a Sunday. So it's rather interesting. I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed for our baseball team, our coaches, the 138,000 fans.
Perhaps Les Murakami had a feeling his 46-14 Bows wouldn't be a host. After Saturday's whack-clinching victory, he had this to say about the regionals.
You know, I feel that this team here really can win on any ballpark. Everything being equal, I feel that wherever we go, we'll be all right. The pitching, we'll hold together enough for us to win.
Is it a matter of geographics that, hey, we could be 60-0 and they're going to think of some reason not to send people to Hawaii?
Well, I didn't believe that they could find reasons not to send people to Hawaii, but after this particular episode, I'm beginning to be very concerned about it. The way it looks as though it doesn't matter what we do, we'll have very little chance to have regional baseball competition. We've held regional volleyball championships, we've held national volleyball championships, we've held WAC baseball tournaments, we've held spring baseball tournaments, and we're certainly capable, our staff is certainly capable of handling these tournaments. So geographics may be the only role, and if that's the case, it would really be a slap in the face to Hawaii.
Those of you who bought tickets for the regional that never was will
against the number 4 seed Wyoming.